Good evening and welcome back. This is Ethelred, the worst Civ player on YouTube. Let's play some Civ. Currently, the year is 1836. Right now, George IV is the King of England, and Parliament has passed several bills prohibiting child labor and freeing slaves and helping the poor. So, a very progressive government here in 1836. Alright, city became religious. That's Nottingham. That's great. We're going to lose grasp on Zurich. I get it. Let's look at quests here. So, Wittenberg's got an infrastructure quest. We've got a quest for Vatican City, for Catholicism. Oh yeah, let's check if our spies are in all the right places. For instance, Charlotte in Bratislava probably doesn't need to be there because we have a lot of influence there. So let's move her to Colombo. Charlotte, you're off to Colombo. Okay, great. And this unit will go ahead and build a trading post. I think I'm going to start building trading posts before laying off some workers, just so I can build an infrastructure that if I want to switch a city to working gold, then I can. Other than that, I think we're going to keep all of these build priorities. We'll just keep that unit active right where he is. Same thing with this. We've got a lot of goals for the next couple of years. One of which is we're going to need to deepen our relationship with the city-states. We're going to need to unlock patronage and get some distance into patronage so that we can keep our ties to the city-states. We're going to have to become much closer friends with Siam because they are basically the number 2 world power right now, next to Korea. And if I'm going to be, and they're right next to Korea, apparently founding a city here wasn't enough. So we have got to lock Siam into our corner. And something else which is probably going to happen is that because Mongolia has been such a good attack dog against Siam, and there's a lot of bad blood between Mongolia and Siam, I think that I'm going to sacrifice Mongolia now in order to be able to curry favor with Siam. So, let's see, is there anything else that I need to do here? Are there any city-state quests that I could run? What is this, Vatican? They want Catholicism. I don't think that there's anything I can do about that. There's Wittenberg with its infrastructure quest. Kuala Lumpur is too far away to do anything with. Valletta, I can't do anything for them. Zanzibar wants a lot of different things. Oh well, next turn. We'll explore around Manila, but I think I'm really interested in getting up here around Hong Kong and into this harbor here, and then moving up along Guangzhou. Hopefully, this city, Choibalsan, the Mongolia city, will stay just like it is. And when I get a military over here to deal with Korea for once and for all, I will try to get open borders with Choibalsan. So 1840, there are things happening. Queen Victoria succeeded George IV. She's the first queen or king that I was able to find a picture of, and it's not really very flattering. But she does have longevity on her side. She lasts forever. She reigns, not lives, reigns for 63 years. So she's eternal. Well, I've got ships of the line. They need iron, so I need to accept this unless I want to cripple my ships of the line while they're out here doing stuff. And I need to bring all of my ships home to home port so that, yeah, see, Mongolia, at this point, they've outlived their usefulness. They're going to war with everyone. Wait. Okay. Biology will reveal oil. That's, what, 7 turns? I don't get that. Okay, Nottingham, what are you going to do here? I think you're going to build a Kremlin for a free social policy. So as I was saying, I need to bring my ships all home so that they can get refitted and turned into battleships and destroyers. Oh, Hanoi. Nice to meet you. But I think what I'm going to do is, while they're coming across North America, up there north of Canada, where all those barbarians are, I'm going to kill barbs so that when I come back, there will be fewer barbs for me to deal with on the way back. 1842. Anything? No. Nothing until 1845. Work has begun on an opera house. So this fellow here is out of things to build. I think I will bring him down here and improve that spot into a camp. And this fellow, I think, is done, with the exception of building more trading camps. Nottingham, I see that you've got an archaeological site next to you, so we will queue up an archaeologist. And die, barbs, die. I should have killed that crossbowman. What am I doing? See? Mongolia fighting Siam. And new research agreement. Hanoi longs for culture. What do we have for quests? Nothing really exciting, honestly. Okay, next. 15 turns until we vote on what I think it's culture arts funding. Yeah. After that, we're going to make things a little bit more dicey by, I think, embargoing Korea. And everyone is going to war with Mongolia. So yes, they will definitely be sacrificed on the altar of politics in order to curry favor with everyone else in the game, actually. So that will be, what, 9 more turns? Alright. Die. Good. Next. Ship of the line bombarded. Yes, I know I did. I wish I could capture those camps. I refuse that research agreement because I don't want to get too close to Mongolia right now. And it's probably the wrong thing to do, but anyway, I need gold. And that's just the way it is. So I'm not gonna... I've got 13 turns coming up. I need to make a lot of friends in that time. So, yeah. I'm gonna save my gold. Ah, look, turtle ships. This is why I'm not going to war with them right now, is turtle ships. And ironclads. That's why I'm not doing it right now. 1845. Okay, so the Ottoman Empire is weakening at this point. So this is tangential, but it involves England. The Ottoman Empire never, I felt, based on the playthrough I did with Babylon, never seemed like it was an extremely, extremely powerful empire. Or if it was, it wasn't for long. And at this point, they're already weakening. Now, I'm going to move this trading ship up to London because London has the East India Company, which we actually get into talking about here in just a few seconds. Yeah, no, actually, I've 1846. Where was I talking about the Ottomans? Oh, 1854. I was ahead of my time. Ahead of my time. The Ottomans, nothing happens with the Ottomans until 1854. Forget I talked about them. I will be talking about the East India Company, though, right now. So they were a company that had really close relations with the Crown, and they were extremely exploitive of India. And so tensions became there were a lot of tensions between India and the East India Company. So there were, between 1846 and 1848, several battles fought between the East India Company and the Sikhs and the other Indians who were indigenous there at that time and had a beef with them. Great, a musician. So, in fact, the British Crown supported the East India Company in all of those battles, and by 1848, those battles were won in the East India Company's favor, thus cementing their lock on India. This here profit is going to go someplace at once. Yeah, Vatican City. It's going to come down here to... Why don't I have a move icon for him? I want to move him down here. That's 10. That's 10. Okay, either way it's going to be 10. So he's going to come to the Vatican City and bombard them with Catholicism. Camp there. The great person, I'm going to create a great work for a little bit of extra culture. Yay. Next. Okay, cargo ship. We're just going to go make money. Next. Anything in 1848. Yeah, and this is when the East India Company succeeds in quashing the resistance to their exploitive nature in India. So, bully for them, I believe is how the saying goes. And how much gold do I have? 1,000? That's not going to be enough. I need more influence going into the next Congress. So, Denmark plotting against me. I get it. Valletta is done waiting for me. I don't know what they were waiting on. Ship of the line is bombarded. Oh, yeah, fine. Just come up here and sweep barbs. So 10 turns, and good. I'm glad to see that Denmark is looking eastward. It was unfortunate and aggravating and nerve-wracking to have Denmark breathing down my neck. So if they're looking elsewhere, that suits me all the better.
If the brain were so simple...
Okay, do we have oil? We haven't had anything else. We don't have oil, or else there would be a notification of it. Is there oil nearby in any of my cases? Let's turn on the resource icons. I'm just looking and talking while I look. No. So that is true to form. At least the game is not letting up. I would hate for it to go soft on me now. Patronage. That will help us lose influence slower with the city-states, which at this point is pretty much a necessity. That is just flat out a necessity. I have got to make my dealings with the city-states as efficient as possible if I'm going to turn this around and win before Korea launches a spaceship. Alright, military science stolen. Okay, we'll send these ships up here to sweep North America. Declaration of friendship ended with Siam. I want that back. Is there anything we can trade? But I give you a gold, and now let's be friends. So that's extremely unfortunate right there. I need them to be friends with me. They have got to like me. So, deciding the next construction thing here, I think I'm going to do ironworks in London to aid future conquests. Now this unit here, I think, is going to go sit on a hill forever and just watch the territory west of Canterbury. Now, I refused that deal because I want to get that coal back so I can build a factory in Canterbury. Canterbury is the only city that doesn't have a factory, and factories equal science for me because of workers' faculties. What's this? Now ally of two different city-states. That's great. There's my thingamajig. Aluminum ended, so I've got my coal here. I can put a factory on the to-do list. What else? Anything? 4 city-states. I need to get 2 or 3 more, and then I need to basically hold on to them for going into my immediate future. I'm just gonna plink and let this guy catch up, and they'll go through together and plink together. Oh yes! Yes, let's work together by all means, please. I'm so glad to be friends with them again. Goodbye. And when is Mongolia going to become not my friend so that I can denounce them? I probably could denounce them now. I don't want a diplomatic hit for it. And things have happened. 1850, over the rule of Queen Victoria, voting rights of the House of Commons has continued. Wow, has continued to grow. So the House of Lords and the monarchy are failing in their power, and we've got the House of Commons coming into greater and greater authority, which is probably why you see bills passing that are things like aid for the poor. Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that you like me. Declaration of friendship has expired with who? Mongolia. Alright, so this is the turn where I denounce Mongolia. And Vatican is targeting a city-state. We will go deal with that. Upcoming session. Mongolia, you're a horrible person. Why? You have been fighting, causing so many wars. Some warrior-like civilization like yours needs to be denounced. And I had nothing to do with it. I promise. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. Yeah, so this is a sweeping clear, so that when we come back, we will be able to take advantage of skirting through here without constantly being shot by barbs. I should go check to make sure that all of the cities are working their tiles like I want them to. Let's go do that. It's been a little while. I'm sure it's needed. That kind of stuff needs to get updated from time to time. And a golden age going into this, a golden age at any time is welcome, especially now. So we've got a trading post there. So let's start in London. And right away I notice that they are not working the academy, and I want them to work it. So let's move... let's move off of here onto there. That's a good deal. Public school, university, that's getting worked. The factory's getting worked. Next, York. Okay. I kind of like to work the public school, but the Writers Guild in York is more important. So that looks nice. I don't need a production focus here. So I think I'm going to do just a growth focus. By the way, do I have... Yeah, I'm not avoiding growth there. Let us go with the food focus here. And that is very minor growth, but we're going to go ahead and stick with that. Nottingham is stagnating. It's not avoiding growth. I think that we should move something onto... Is there an option for me to get slightly better growth at the expense of this gold? I don't see it. So that means that in order to get better growth, I could switch off of this tile, switch over here. That would lose a lot of hammers. Okay, look here. I could switch off of this one with 2 hammers. No, never mind. In fact, I could, and I could put that here. That's just a more efficient use because it's the same tile plus 2 gold. But that doesn't help our stagnation any. I'm going to have to switch off of some nice tile that's working a lot of hammers, like this one, to work something that is fewer hammers, but gets me a couple of extra citizens. Yeah, so right there like that, a little bit of growth, and still get the Kremlin in 19 turns. So next, Hastings is growing. Let's see here. We got the schools worked, we got the factory worked. By the way, Nottingham, you're working the factory, right? Good. Okay, so Hastings is working the school and the factory. Is there anything else we can swap-a-roo here? I don't think so. I don't think I would. I think that's good too. Alright, so we're here at Canterbury now. They've got a little bit of growth. Have I locked any of these tiles? They're on production. I think I'm going to switch them to food. Holy smokes! Okay, we're going to do this a tile at a time. So let's move. What's getting worked here? Well, that's why, because the production tiles that are getting worked are heavy, heavy, heavy tiles. I think the solution here is to grow our way out of this. I honestly do. So we're going to swap. That is 5, I think. We're going to swap from here to... Oh, it hurts me to do this. But right... Yeah, right there. Okay, so that'll get us some growth. And then when we get a new citizen, he'll go right on to production. So that'll just be a delay for 5 turns. Okay, who are we going to kill next? I guess we're going to kill that archer. And that archer. Sit there for the rest of your life and watch for barbs. 4 turns. 1854. Okay, now we're going to talk about the Ottomans. With the Ottoman Empire losing its ability to police all of its borders, Russia saw an opportunity to expand south, and specifically what it wanted was access to Crimea for, I guess, a warm water port or some stuff like that. Canterbury's religious. Great. Excuse me. And the Ottoman Empire, knowing that they couldn't defend their territory of Crimea by themselves, looked to England and France for assistance, which they were only too happy to give. It was in their interest at the time to prop up the Ottoman Empire. So England and France allied with the Ottomans, and they both sent units to Crimea. France sent a lot of units to Crimea. England sent some, and there was a mess of a war where all of the belligerents swapped territories and cities around like playing cards for a little while. And in 1856, so that's the current year, there was finally a peace treaty. All sides agreed to stop fighting, and wow, there are so many barbs. There are so many barbs. Anyway, yeah, so they made a peace treaty in where? France? Paris. Yeah. Paris? Let me check. Yeah, Paris. And everybody got their original lands back. So the Ottoman Empire got to keep Crimea, and all of the cities and hills and everything that had swapped hands, they all got returned to their rightful owners. So with that trading post done, I think I'm going to come down here and build one more and then probably retire that worker. Okay, so we are at the spot where we have one more turn before the next election. So we will trade horses. Absolutely. Hey, we got oil. That must come from a city-state. Fabulous. Great. The city-states are going to be how we get strategic resources in this game. And that right there is one of the most pertinent notifications that I've received in this game so far. Korea has completed the Manhattan Project. So with this getting worked, I'm going to start building a lot of ships here. So let's build a barracks, and then we'll build a what's it called, seaport for the enhanced production. All right, let's look at buying friends. 43, 135, 40, 144. Man, it is going to be awful expensive. Wittenberg, 43. It would be cheaper for me at this juncture to spend 75 and get 50. That's not long-term enough, though. If I spend 1,000 there, Wittenberg will be mine. I'll have 1,300 left. It's Wittenberg. There's no way I'm going to get Mbanza. What about Valletta? 40? I'd spend another 1,000 here, and they'd be my ally. And I'd have 6 allies. And that will be all of my gold. There's no way I'm going to get Zanzibar. Ethiopia is really, really pushing the city-states. 40 for Valletta. So it's either Valletta... Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, enough of this. We're going to get that city. Then we're going to get Valletta for 1,000. And... What policies has Ethiopia been pursuing? Patronage. Right. Just what I needed. I don't know about working any more tiles here. I think I'm just going to lay off this worker. Great. And now we shoot barbs. Because shooting barbs is what we do. Is that everything? Yeah. Alright, let's go into this Congress, and seems like we're going to be fighting Ethiopia for city-states. Brandenburg Gate. No. Mecca has been captured by the Ottomans. Speaking of the Ottomans, Arabia has lost its capital. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. Can we shoot that hand axe? Yep. Great. And we will shoot that crossbowman. Nice. Alright. So, what else has happened? Okay, let's assign our delegates. Let's choose our production and assign our delegates. So, Hastings is done. I think that we're going to build another unit? Or are we going to build a stock exchange? Stock exchange or a unit? A unit that we would get upgrade later? Spend some turns on a ship of the line, which will upgrade. Let's do that. Alright, assigning delegates. Arts funding. Commit. And trading post. So let's see how that works out. Okay, we've already flipped Vatican City. Where else can we go? Let's go to Bucharest. And does the arts funding pass? Hopefully so, because that's kind of a backhanded slap at Korea. 1858, what's going on? Nothing. 1860 is when things happen. Refrigeration for submarines. We will start building submarines almost immediately then. Stadiums will become handy if we lose happiness due to ideological pressure. Blah 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 blah. Let's write our political treatise. And international games passed. That's really aggravating. I hate those projects. Arts funding passed though, so that's nice. So we will have to put cities on the international games, and we are going to, I guess, start with that right now. Research. Let's go for electronics. And probably that just enraged a bunch of viewers who think I should go get research labs. And you're not wrong. But I'm consciously making a decision to deviate from best practice so that I can get my Navy together now to go deal with Korea, because I'm not going to beat Korea on technology. I can beat all the other AIs on tech, I think. But I don't think I can beat Korea on technology. The only way for me to deal with Korea is to first isolate them and then take a couple of their cities. And I'm going to be behind on tech just one way or the other. There's nothing I can do about that. So, what did I say I would do here? Oh yes, a trading post. I wish that these turns would move faster. I want both this factory and the Kremlin done so I can switch them both over to working on the international games. Because I pretty much need to at least make a good showing on that. Oh yeah, okay, I'm done with that crate rider. And next. So now we can talk about what happens in 1860. What is that? Oh, okay. This is the annexation of the East India Company. Actually, it's like a consolidate, whatever word you want to use for it. The government managed to finalize the incorporation of the East India Company into, oh, criminally. Oh boy. Shoot. I didn't plan on this. I hope this passes. Oh, look at this. World religion, Eastern Orthodoxy. This is a tense vote. I cannot lose being host. That will shut my game down. That is pretty much essential. Do we have any moves left? Okay, let's catch up here then. Take out that archer. Seriously. Gee whiz. And that is a wrap. Let's go see if we remain the host. Public declaration from Siam. They're probably protecting somebody. No open borders, especially not to the likes of you. Still friends with Siam. Things have gone okay. Unit promotion. Oh, new unit from the Congo. Oh, yes! And I remain the host. All right. That is just absolutely critically important. Let's bring this gifted unit up here, set him on a hill, and give him hill shooting ability. And are we done here? I think we're done. We will need more city-states going into the next Congress in 30 turns. But in the meantime, we will get ourselves electronics and then combustion to upgrade our navy, and then plastics, and we will then get all of our research labs. It will happen. All right, so thank you very much for watching. I really enjoyed this episode. If you did, please click like and subscribe so that you can see more episodes just as cool. I'll talk to you later. Bye.